Okay. The gods also gave her the ability to sing, the power of persuasion, a gold crown, flowers, and many truly wonderful things such as that. Because of all these gifts, Zeus named her Pandora, which means the gift of all. Phoebe was getting into it. There were two other gifts that I have not mentioned yet. One of them was curiosity. That is why all women are curious, by the way, because it was a gift given to them, the very first woman. Ben said, I wish she would have given them the gift of silence. Last, there was a beautiful box covered in gold and jewels, and this is very important. She was forbidden to open it. Ben said, then why did they give it to her? He was beginning to irritate Phoebe. You could tell. She said, that's what I'm telling you. It was a present. But why did they give her a present that she couldn't open? I do not know. It's just in the story. As I was saying, Pandora was not supposed to open the box, but because she had been given so much curiosity, she really, really, really wanted to know what was inside. So one day, she opened the box. I knew it, Ben said. I knew she was going to open the box the minute that you said she was not supposed to open it. Inside the box were all the evils of the world, such as hatred, envy, plagues, sickness, cholesterol. There were brain tumors and sadness, lunatics and kidnapping and murderers. She glanced at Mr. Berkeway before rushing on. And all of that kind of thing. Pandora tried to close the lid when she saw all the horrible things that were coming out of it. But she could not get it closed. And that is why there are all these evils in the world. There was only one good thing in the box. What was it? Ben asked. As I was about to explain, the only good thing in the box was hope. And that is why, even though there are many evils in the world, there is still a little hope. She held up a picture of Pandora opening up the box and the whole shebang of gremlins floating out. Pandora looked frightened. That night, I kept thinking about Pandora's box. I wondered why someone would put a good thing, such as hope, in the box with sickness and kidnapping and murder. It was fortunate that it was there, though. If not, people would have birds of sadness nesting in their hair all the time because of nuclear war and the greenhouse effect and bombs and stabbings and lunatics. There must have been another box with all of the good things in it, like sunshine and love and trees and all of that. Who had the good fortune to open that one? And was there one bad thing down there in the bottom of the good box? Maybe it was worry. Even when everything seems fine and good, I worry that something will go wrong and change everything. My mother and father and I all seemed fine and happy at our house until the baby died. Could you actually say that the baby died since it had never breathed? Did its birth and death occur the same moment? Could you die before you were born? Phoebe's family had not seemed fine even before the arrival of the lunatic and the messages and the disappearance of Mrs. Winterbottom. I knew that Phoebe was convinced that her mother was kidnapped because it was impossible for Phoebe to imagine that her mother could leave for any other reason. I wanted to call Phoebe and say that maybe her mother had gone looking for something. Maybe her mother was unhappy. Maybe there was nothing Phoebe could have done about it. When I told this part to Graham and Gramps, Graham said, You mean it had nothing to do with Phoebe? They looked at each other. They didn't say anything, but there was something in that look that suggested I had just said something important. For the first time, it occurred to me that maybe my mother's leaving had nothing whatsoever to do with me. It was separate and apart. We couldn't own our mothers. On that night, after Phoebe had given her Pandora report, I thought about the hope in Pandora's box. Maybe when everything seemed sad and miserable, Phoebe and I could both hope that something might start to go right. And I'm just going to keep reading, although I don't know if we'll get through, unless do you guys have any comments or questions that you want to talk about right now? Okay, we'll just keep reading, and we're probably going to be in the middle of this chapter, and that's okay. Chapter 28, The Black Hills. Oh, you know what? That's wrong. I was supposed to show you guys a video on Friday, and I didn't do it, so we're going to stop right now.